In our last vid, we saw that the Zoroastrian scriptures offer no evidence that the Jews stole the concept of resurrection from the Zoroastrians. Now we'll look at alleged testimony to that theft outside those scriptures. Appeal may be made to ancient authors who attest to an early Zoroastrian belief in resurrection. The sources for this are second-hand and reported in the work of Diogenes Laertius, which was written in the 3rd century AD. Laertius appeals to a writer named Theopompus, who was a writer of the 4th century BC, which postdated Ezekiel and Daniel by 200 years or more. It is doubtful that any scholar would agree with what Aristotle said about the Magi predating the Egyptians. The value of this information is limited without the original text, and if a critic is consistent, they could hardly deny that Laertius could be reading more modern beliefs into the more ancient text based on a much less precise description than was offered by Theopompus. Indeed, there is more reason to doubt to this report, as there is a contradictory description of Theopompus's views found in the writings of Plutarch. The lack of need for food fits with the resurrection body, but not casting a shadow would not fit with a physical resurrection existence. As Plutarch says elsewhere, those who cast no shadows are those who have been liberated from the body. Plutarch makes no clear reference to resurrection of the body. In fact, his entire description comports with an afterlife in a mere spirit form, since spirit was regarded as a form of matter. Or else it comports with a race of humans who continue to live in mere flesh, not resurrected flesh. One can only say that it sounds like resurrection by reading it into the text and adding details that are not there. Two scholars provide some helpful insight on this point. In the end, it's crass to suggest that the Jews borrowed an idea in this context from their Persian oppressors. To close these ideas out, we'll have a look at some objections in response to the points we've made so far. That comes next time. See you then.